What is up, YouTube? It is your boy Wavy Ray 2 times, because if it doesn't work the first time, it works the second time. Today we are here with my boy Pharomajesty. Take it away, my mans.
What's going on, Pharaoh Nation? The Pharaoh has returned, and we are back with another video featuring Dragon Ball Legends. Let's get into it.
All right, you guys. As you guys can see, we're going to be talking about the new mode, the Tournament of Power, the update that just came out of nowhere. Okay, it didn't come out of nowhere. We all planned for it. But we have some feelings. This is more so going to be a discussion. I have some thoughts that I got to lash out. Some, in my opinion, I have a lot of cons that outweigh the pros, but hey, Legends did say in their update that they are going to be working on it, so this is not something that's permanent. Before I hop into it, Pharaoh, do you have anything you want to give overview wise?
Well, I'm just gonna say for starters that this is a new event. I mean, new game mode. So I expect there to be some if and buts and all that type of stuff, and when and how and who, But I feel like it could have been a lot. It could have been a lot better upon release, because I feel like the cons outweigh the pros, and it could have been a lot better upon it releasing. So we gonna touch up on all of that stuff. We gonna talk about all of that stuff. I got some things I want to say. Legends, Toshi, wherever you at, if you watching this.
So I'll start off with the one of the most we'll give. I like dessert first before I eat my broccoli. So we're gonna give the good things. One of the best things about this is you get to experience something new. It's a totally different game mode. It's nothing that we've seen before. People compare it to Dokkan. I don't really see it like that. I see it as a automated thing. So basically how it works is you put your units down into, obviously you bring 6 units out. So you bring your units out into a whole layout. Obviously there's different layout bonuses and how you get your damage, your key recovery, and so on and so forth. But what I just dislike about it is literally it's 6 units. As soon as you start the battle, you have a loading screen. After the loading screen is done, you either win or lose, and then you get to watch it. I don't know. What you think about that, Pharaoh?
Okay, so I was thinking that you would have been able to play out the matches. Of course, it's 6-on-6. I mean, not 6-on-6. It is 6-on-6, but it's 3x3. You get 6 characters, and you can position them however in certain formations and stuff. And I was just thinking that you would have been able to actually play. I didn't think that, okay, they battle and then bam, you get to watch the replay. I mean, at the same time, I do think that it's kind of dope in a way that it's automated like that. But I was just thinking that you would have been able to play it out. But if you would have been able to play it out, I wonder how exactly would that, how exactly would it have went, or would it have made that much of a difference, or just the mechanics overall of you playing it out versus it being automated. So I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it, but I'm kind of not feeling it. But I'm kind of feeling it a little more, But just got mixed feelings about it.
Yeah, my first impression was that, I mean, something in me told me okay, we're going to be able to run this the way they showed us, that we'd be able to run it 6x6, and we'd be able to have these units hash it out. I just never thought it would be they'll hash it out and then we'll see what happened. I never thought it was going to be like that. Obviously you've played it, right? You've gotten a feel of it. I like how, there's just so many things. Then they have the equipment that you get with it. You've seen the equipment, right?
Yes.
The equipment is only 2 slots. So for everybody curious as to where it is, if you guys haven't seen it, it's in the exchange shop. You go there, you go to your rare exchange or your rare metal exchange, and you get 2 slots. And it's not where it's all for every type of unit. It's like that, but it's only made for literally a clear amount of units, either support, melee, those type of units. It's not made for, okay, this one's made for Gohan, like your usual equipment, which is nice, but the rates are even worse. I don't know about you, but the rates are even worse for me. But I do like the fact that they implemented the equipment, but one of the bad things is you cannot use your equipment into the Tournament of Power unless you stop and go into a new battle. Or from what the other person said, you cannot do it until the whole thing is over. I don't know about you, but what's your take on that?
So basically what you're saying is once you set your equipment, you cannot change it until the whole thing is over.
That's from what I was said. Yes. Mm-hmm.
Like once you start the battle, once you set the equipment, you start the battle, you cannot change the equipment. Because see, me, I didn't realize that you could even put on the equipment until after I started battle. I was like, where's the equipment? And like a bam, I went over to the exchange. I was like, oh, okay, it's here.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, yeah, well, I hope this don't turn around and bite me in the end when I try to make it to the top. But I mean, I think I played a game similar to that, where it's kind of like a tower type of deal, like where you set your you set everything, and once you got everything set, you cannot make, especially the equips, you cannot make changes. I used to play Black Clover, Phantom Knights. It was a gacha game. And, they shut it down like months ago. But it was like they had like this raid tower thing. Like once you set your equips, you cannot that was it. Like you cannot change, take anything away until you finish it. So I feel like it depends on the developers and whether or not they have encountered or experienced or developed games in this manner, because if they're, I don't even want to like to think that they're new to this. Like it may kind of seem like a feeling of this is something they may be new to, but still, if you're a developer, you should have seen this once or twice, or you should know something about games like this and how exactly do they operate. Now, a problem I have is that the tournament, the participation points.
Oh yeah,
that is trash. Like just being honest, that's trash. Like you what you get? What they start you out with, like 2 points?
Yeah, you don't start off with a lot, from what I remember.
I noticed also is that your points, they reset on they reset when the game, you get another point when the game resets. So yeah, I looked at the whole time and everything. I said, okay, I get another point when the game resets.
One of the things that I quickly noticed is, if you check, I don't know if you guys have checked, but it's obviously there's a ranking, obviously top 1K, and they have the season rewards, which is very much like PvP. You're getting if you're in top 1000, you get 1000 CCs, top 1001 and 6000, top 1001 and 6000, you get the 1000 as well, and then 6000 and 10,000, which is top 10K, you're getting 750, which is good. Because if you play PvP a lot, you're getting the 1K. If you're in top 1K and up, you're getting that 1K CCs and the Z power plus another 1K from this. But one of the things that I noticed that I saw it coming, but I kind of was like, I don't know, was the boost characters, which is the battle bonus characters. You have to have Trunks. You have to have LF Goku Black, Jiren, Bergamo, Zenkai, or Krillin obviously would run the Zenkai one, and Vados. Besides the 3 on the bottom, the 3 on the top, which is Trunks, LF Black, and Jiren, I know for a fact that people have had a hard time summoning Jiren, and of course LF Goku Black. So I kind of saw this coming because I was like, okay, are they gonna implement, you know, in PvP where they have those little boost characters that you get to play with in PvP seasons? What would they put in this one? And they put this one in, and it just kind of sucks because not everybody has this new unit, you know, these new units in general. What's your take on that?
Okay, so I looked at that, you know, the boost characters, and of course, you know, some of the newer ones, LF Rose and Trunks and Mysis, like, yeah, I mean, it's a lot of people. I mean, you have to also take into consideration that not at this point in the game, not everyone summons like a lot, because it's just like the new like when new characters come out, it's like the hype isn't really there anymore, thanks to Zenkai, of course. So you cannot, especially the newer characters, like you cannot just assume or just think that anybody is going. Now, Krillin, I get Krillin. I don't really too much get Rose, Trunks, Mysis, and even Jiren. But Vados, yeah, I can rock with Vados. I can rock with Krillin. And who was the other one?
Bergamo.
Yeah, Bergamo. Even him. Like I didn't summon for the Trio de Danger. I didn't summon on that banner, but I do have all 3 of them now. So
you said what?
So I think that they could have went in a different route, especially with the units that they chose. Now, who knows how it's going to be next season? But with this season, I feel like they could have at least went into more older units, maybe like a few of the newer units. I'm really surprised they put that one LF in there. I'm surprised by that. You know, they could have went with some older units. I mean, right?
Yeah, of course. Like I was thinking, maybe like I said, I know if people don't summon, maybe at least for LF Future Gohan, or maybe at this point people should have a Broly or 2, you know, LF right. Broly, or Goku Black at the very least, the green one. But I don't think Rose should have been on here because not many people summon and not many people could even get him. Another thing that I do wanted to point out was the auto mode. Please, I'm not even gonna get into it. Just stay away from it. please. Auto mode is not there.
I don't even know why that's a thing, to be honest.
I don't know. But as you guys can see, we have 5 energy that you get, and it resets every 5 hours, which means every hour you get 1. Obviously the stages go in 1 to 2, so I guess 2, the second stage, which the second fist when you spend is it more energy, means I would guess more difficulty fighting that unit, as well as you probably get more rewards. But if you guys see, there's the green recovery space, which gives your health 50%, the yellow one that gives you the special gauge and the health as well, which is nice and all. But I it's just the cap at 5 is too little. It's very much too little. I think everybody can agree, because to 5, like, and you have steps that can go 1 or 2, and some people might need the health very much, and they can't get it because they're only capped at 5. Like, I understand if you did the energy, what we all started with was 10 for regular stuff, which is 10 energy. 5 is just very little. 5 is very little at all. Especially if you wanted to say, okay, 5, it should have reduced the count by at least 1 to 2 hours for every refill. Not 5 hours, bro. I don't know. What do you think about that?
Okay, so I was saying earlier about the previous game that I have played. A majority of those games, the energy capped at 5. Now, I don't know if that's a trend or that just about every other game follows. But for the vast majority of the time, when you're dealing with game modes, especially like this, the energy caps at 5. Now, going forward, I feel like if they're gonna push this forward, and this is gonna be a really major thing, then they gotta decrease the time that it takes for you to get more. They have to. They have to. I don't. I'm trying to process it in my head exactly how that, like, going forward, like how, I mean, if you want to collect data and base everything off that, fine, be my guest. But you have to, something's got to click in your head, and you got to understand that that has to change.
Yeah,
like, it has to.
I was thinking in your point. I was like, I know you stated. And when they don't just bring something out, if they this is something they've seen before, and I'm pretty sure, like you said, there's games that are very similar to something like this. So I don't want to bash anything, but I just want to know what, I don't want to say what's going through your head when they made this, but why the 5 energy? Like, it's just why? Like, look how many rows there are. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Your first boss is at 12, and then you still have a whole nother boss. And in my head, I'm like, can that even last a whole season of PvP?
How the way it seems like they that's what they want. It seems like, because I don't think they want people to overdo it or to just do it so much to where they just kind of take off, with their points and stuff. But because just think about, if they're doing it like that, and think about in 2 weeks, by the time you get to the end of those 2 weeks, you're gonna just now be getting at the very top.
Exactly.
So
I don't know.
I don't think that they should consider that this is not. They need to change that or fix it or because I just strongly believe this. I'm gonna say this: if they don't fix the amount of energy you gain over time, because the cap can stay at 5. That's cool. But if they don't fix the amount of energy you gain over time within 24 hours, they gonna have a problem on their hands with this game mode.
It will be like a data for them would see that the game mode is not getting a lot of data, which means a lot of people are not playing it because it's a 5-hour time wait. Obviously, I got 1 right now. I'm not just gonna go up 1. I want to wait till 5 is there and then play it all out. It makes sense.
Just imagine playing this only twice a day. Just imagine it. Like, what?
Let alone, there's 24 hours in a day, and 5 times 4 is 5, 10, 15, 20. So I'm not going to say, I can't guarantee. Well, me as a hardcore player, you as a hardcore player, obviously we'll do it for those 4 times that we can a day. But as an average player, you're only going to touch this twice. So maybe they can do it where 20 cc's, 10 cc's to get you your refill. Maybe they can cap that at 3 times a day, 20, 30 or something.
If they don't implement something where you can, now it should be, I'm gonna speak on 2 things. I'm gonna speak on CC being involved, and I'm gonna speak on something when it comes to gaining more energy. Because again, I played games like this, and there has never been a time. And bro, Legends is big. Legends is huge. This type of game on this type of scale does not need to be played like this. It needs to be played. I'm not gonna say it needs to be overly played to point you just play it out, but it needs to be played more. This game mode needs to be played more than what is like going forward. It needs to be played more. Now, CC being involved, if they don't make it so you can't spend CC to gain more energy, I'm just gonna lose all faith in it. Just straight up, I'm just lose all faith in the game mode because, again, so many games are like this. Well, hey, you know, if you got some currency, you know, what's up? You know, you can spend that. You get you some energy, and bam, you can hop right back in. So if they don't even do that, I'm gonna feel like it's a problem. I'm gonna feel like they just like, hey, you know, bro. These are developers. These are not beginners. Like, they know what they're doing. Like, they can try to justify their actions by not doing certain things, but that's not gonna justify anything because there's gonna still be a problem. It's gonna always be a problem. So, just I would like to think that they actually really, honestly, truly take the time out to listen to their players, their consumers, you know.
And it makes sense. Yeah. Like, and I want everybody that's watching this video to understand, we're not bashing them. By all means, we're not. We're stating our opinion, and everybody has a right for an opinion, but they did say that they're gonna because this is new for them as well, because this isn't what Legends is. Because Legends, you actually have to participate in the game. This is something that they said that they're gonna work on, and they're going to listen to us because, as Pharaoh said, you know, the consumer and all that, we play the game. Without us, there is no them. So they're gonna hear us out, and hopefully they can implement literally the only thing that justifies this whole video is the energy. The energy is really the main problem, because it's either they did this, and my only reason as to why I believe they did this was to drag out the PvP season. Literally to drag it out. Because if you calculate this, it's 5, and if you do it 4 times a day for those 5 energy, it'll drag out and match the PvP season. But what's the fun in that? You know, you got a new game mode. You want to play the new game mode. You know, have fun with it. Just like Pharaoh plays PvP and we end up getting tired of it. We want to hop on something different that's in Legends. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah.
Cause me, I kind of had high hopes for this game mode. I did. And I'm not going to say I was let down. I'm not going to say that just yet. But I had high hopes, and I still have high hopes. I mean, there's always a chance to you know, correct things or make some changes or make things right. There's always that opportunity. But whether or not you take the opportunity is what it's going to come down to. Oh, yeah. I got 2 seconds. 1. And I got my... Oh, I thought I got my second energy. Never mind. Yeah, man. This, like I said, this was a discussion collab. It was obviously laying out the points that Legends can work on, and I strongly believe, and like he says, I have really high hopes. I'm not shooting this down and saying this is a flop, because this is new. It just came out. They always are fixing things. I'm pretty sure they're gonna fix this. So you guys comment down below. What do you guys feel about this new Tournament of Power game mode? And make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe for more content. Mr. Pharomajesty, I will have his socials, his YouTube, and the link in the description down below. And I'm going to let my dog Pharaoh say his last words. All right. So, of course, you know, shout out to Pharaoh Nation. So I just want to say thank you to Wavy Ray, Wavy Senpai 2 times for having your boy on the channel, of course. So y'all take care, y'all be easy, and just try to enjoy Dragon Ball Legends as much as y'all can. All right, you guys, you heard it from the man himself. I'll catch you in the next video, and stay wavy. Peace out, Pharaoh Nation.